Okie dokie. Okay, so let me see what buttons do I need. Okay, these buttons. I will show you what I am doing for the raid. Yes. Yes. So I am doing Spectre subs, 3 HP of life. You can use 1 HP of life as long as your lead ship has a little bit of life in it. I'm doing a ship that doesn't actually move that fast. I'll show you why later. This is my second fleet of MCX. It is a 12 siege missile fleet. Works pretty good. Goal is to rank them up a little bit. Have some dead super fortresses in there just to collect some extra cargo, just to keep me topped off. And then I'm also deploying a couple gunboats because I'm finding that I'm hitting 55s that are semi-gutted. And I want to know that before I commit the subs to it. Because if I commit the subs to it, I can kill off the subs pretty easily, but I also lose my lead ship. And I just don't want to do that too many times. Because I don't really repair the lead ships until the end of the raid. It's just every other ship that I don't use during a raid is what the lead ships end up being. Okay, let me pause it because 55s are actually not the easiest thing to find. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, should be recording again. Let's go full screen because you don't really care what's on the rest of my screen. So it'll take me a minute to get there. You should be coming here too. Okay, now we're all coming here. So where am I at now? I am at 3.6 million. My goal right now is really just these two over the course of the entire raid. Today is Friday night, so we're like maybe what, a day and less than a day and a quarter into the raid. So I'm fine. I'm not coining anything. I'm just kind of taking it easy. I hit some stuff, repair, hit some stuff, repair, and we just sort of go with it. So the only thing is I have the whole page 2. I don't have the Juggernaut. I don't have any intention of getting it. I can't see a use for it. The old Dreadnought, I don't have a use for it. I can't see the use for it. The Thresher, maybe. It's a specialty fleet. Yes, it does work great in a lot of bases. In all reality, is the SCX better than the Thresher? I doubt it. I doubt it, really. I really doubt it. I really want the siege cannon. I just want it. I don't necessarily intend to use it anywhere yet. It's not that much better for a defend fleet gun. It's much better at a well, why don't you? Oh, here it is. It's much better at a base hitting gun than the siege cannon S. Not okay. What do we got here? So we gotta check. You gotta check these things. See what we're looking at before we go committing to anything. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we got here. Is it gutted? No, it's a full one. Alright, so we just let this ship die. Going and bringing in fast. Now what I found is I have tried coming in from the northwest with my subs and coming in from the southwest with my subs. The southwest, not all these ships actually leave the base. Some of them actually stay way up in here. If I come in from the northwest, the most interior ship is like right here, which is, I can deal with that because it's outside of these torpedo turret. So what we do is we take our subs and we hit, yes, I know it's heavily damaged, I don't really care. The damage I started with is damage it's going to end with. I didn't plan well the first hub I hit, and I lost about half the life of the subfleet. And then another one I hit, I was like, well, there's really no reason I have to have them a full life, so let's just take them down to the the 3 HP, kill them off, and then Because that's when I hit the southwest one. I was like, oh man, I gotta wait this thing out, and I don't have all the ships killed. So it was driving me nuts. So what we do is we just park everybody in the corner, because you're leading these ships. You're leading them into the direction that you want them to basically head in. You know, if you came in right here, some of these ships might park like right here, right? You don't want that, you know. So you'll see the fact that I came in and I parked it up at the corner. What's actually going to end up happening? What's going to happen is this is the furthest out, this is the second furthest out, and I think these two, and then these two, and then this one. Or it's kind of like the order of progression that you'll end up hitting them in, and it ends up being, not too bad, not too bad. So let me pause while it's while they're moving. Okay, so this is what they ended up doing, and you can see that this ship is the furthest one in, but in all reality it's still quite a ways away from the torpedo turret. So it's a good positioning. So we're going to take our ships in, and hopefully they're going to drop quick enough, and they do. Okay. So what we do is we actually just keep going back up and tell this guy, okay, I know I told everybody to move, but I didn't really mean you. You're special. Everybody loves you. Now go back on the corner. So we just kill off each of these fleets. You can do one. You do basically one ship per submerged depth. You can try for others, but doesn't work that great. When we get down here, we do like one and maybe a quarter, and then that one, and then maybe part of that one, and then I don't know. I don't think you actually end up with saving any submerged time. I think you end up staying submerged. You don't really worry about these turrets until you get down to these three, and then you're going to need to worry about your distance from the ship and from the turrets, because of course the turrets really outrange the ships, so you got to be careful about that. It's not like a weekly raid. I don't exactly know the thing, but since I'm only going for one ship at a time, I can be somewhat conservative in my timing. I on a 65 they don't come out this far. On a 45 they don't come out this far. So it's really the 55 to me is the if you're gonna prep the fleets with subs, a 55 is the sweet spot, and not every direction is a sweet spot. I think this northwest and probably the southeast, because the base is kind of similar this direction as it is this direction, you know, but not the other two ways. The other two ways are different. So bring these ships back up. One reason I want to prep the ships a little more than for my MCX fleet that only has 3 ships in it is it has Hailstorm, but it's only 3 ships. It doesn't have a lot of Hailstorm. I'm surprised how well it has done against a single ship, because it's really designed for bases that just really don't have much mortars. Maybe just a little mortar, but not a lot of mortar. Just a little more, maybe 1 or 2. Oops, I didn't grab that ship. 1 or 2 victory mortars. But it's a 12 siege missile fleet, which is actually 2 siege missiles more than my 5 ship fleet. And it does pretty good. It's not ranked up yet, but it does pretty good. Now, these dreadnoughts, they have some sonar on there, so you got to be careful. Don't go barreling into them. I made that mistake. You gotta treat them with a little respect. Too much, you know, if you get more than a ship length into it, you're asking for trouble. Like I said, I'm being conservative here. I'm using the timing that I do on weekly raids of when I need to turn around, and it matters here because these turrets I think have the same rough range as the weekly raid turrets. Now, what I have learned is that okay, you go back up. None of these turrets, except for the torpedo ones, can shoot underwater. So if you're on my friend list on Facebook, go check out my feed, because I shared a link that somebody else posted where they were using missile ships with subs, and the subs were taking most of all the fire. And I was like, oh, that's awesome, dude, that's awesome. Oops, oop, oh no, 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 that will take them all out. Oh, oh, see what I said? Don't push it, don't push it. Didn't I tell you not to push it? I told you not to push it, but what'd you do? You pushed it. You lost. Well, you actually only lost. Looks like you only lost one ship. Okay, that's not too bad. We can keep. We can continue the video. That's okay. We'll be all right. See, I was being a little aggressive. I was talking, not really thinking. But I don't know. You can go back and check. This is like the max Spectre. The actually not entirely max. There is one assault missile. I have the assault missile that has the combat speed. There's an assault missile that's slightly longer range. That one would be considered a max Spectre as far as its cloak ability, right? Alright, so we just turn these guys around here. Whether we kill it or not, we gotta turn these guys around. We actually probably won't kill it. Let's be a little aggressive and give it one extra shot. Not sure about that. It's a little far away. Whole screen flickered. Did you see that? Alright, and then we're going to turn these suckers around. Turn them around. And here we go. And that's a little high. So we're actually going to try to just make them pivot. Burn some. Let them turn, but don't burn up any distance. Okay, now we're fine. This is why I wanted to slow ship up there, so I can do stuff down here and not have the thing just shoot on in. Okay, so we want one shot, but the torpedo's got to get there. Okay, now they should be dead. Now we can send in the other fleet. Now we can do this one. And in all reality, if they die at this point, not a big loss, because they're only 3 HP of life, right? So we will probably make sure we kill the ship, whether this fleet dies or not. Okay, those all should be dead. Since y'all don't make you turn too much. They'll get shot by these guys. They're not far enough away. Yeah, they're gonna get popped off. See? Oh, one of them is. Okay, so I lost 2 ships, but 3 HP of life. Who cares, you know? So what we'll do is we'll pause the video until these are done, because really at this point we just send them off in the corner and we just wait, go watch some TV or something like that. So just a second, hold on. Okay, hold on a second. Let's see. So let's pause our Snoop Dogg. Actually, we don't want to do that. We want to do this. Okay, so we timed out, so we can send that guy home. Send in our real fleet. Real fleet is the 3 MCX ships. And now we should go into a hub that has no ships. Now the trick here really is to avoid as many torpedo turrets as possible. Avoid as many freeze rays as possible. The nice thing is that the MCXs, the mercenaries, they have retargetable, which is nice. The 55s take 2 shots for any of the turrets. But the nice thing you can do is you can still do a hold down the shift key, and you can do a so I'm clicking on the water to move, and then I'm holding down the shift key when I specifically want to make sure I'm picking up a target. So I want to make sure I do pick up the freeze rays. I don't want to get in range of them. You want to pick up the you don't want to bypass any ships either, any turrets either. You want to make sure you've gotten everything, but you also want to get your torpedo turrets out of the way as quickly as possible too, because you don't really have a defense against them except for evade, right? So knock them out, and then when you're anywhere near this, try to pull out a little bit so that we can kind of want to skirt the whole edge. Not the whole edge. I'm going to come in on this one. Okay, target this guy as much as possible. Target that guy. Target that guy. Just to make sure we don't miss anything. Swinging in for this one. We don't really need quite that much. Okay. Get to stop here. We only got one gun over there shooting us, which is a good thing. So we're picking our targets here. I'm actually looking to stay behind this to shoot at the torpedo turret. As soon as we got it on target, we can tell it to go in and leave the grounds. We're looking to not get shot at by this one, and we're looking to not get shot at by that one. We're probably going to get shot at by the other two. So we kind of just work our way around. If at all possible, you want to be continually shooting. Okay, here's kind of the goal. The goal is to always be shooting, but rarely being shot at, and that is hard to do, and that is rather difficult. But that's kind of the goal. If you can achieve that, then you will maximize your damage with maximizing the output that you're damaging them, and you'll be minimizing the damage that you're taking. Alright, so we want to make sure we kill that. Do want to make sure we kill that. There we go. That should be dead. You still, even with the retargetable, you still want to do the shift aim, because if nothing's close, you don't want too many wasted missiles. Like that's a wasted missile, right? So we're going to come in here at this point, but I also want to make sure we can grab that guy if we can. I'd like to get him, that'd be nice. Alright. And just lost one ship. Which in all reality I won't notice because one ship or two ships or three ships is still a two-shot deal. And I don't want it aiming at the tower yet, because the tower is not shooting at me. Actually, right here, aiming at the tower is just fine. Because right here is a little safety zone. I'm not going to get shot at. And then what I want to do is I want to take out this torpedo turret, which I may or may not get shot at. It all depends on kind of where that lie is. I probably will get shot at. Well, because at this point I know I'm not going to totally die, so actually, since the Howie is not shooting at me, I'm not going to push it. There we go. Just targeting that. We just need to pull it up close enough that I can reach everything, because everybody at this point can reach me, you know. Alright. There we go. And one more, and we're done. So that's what I'm doing. And we'll show you real quick how much damage that caused for how many points it is. And so kind of give you an idea of sort of what I'm doing. So we'll send this guy home real fast. So I picked up, let's see, 469 plus about 80, so it's like 5 something or others. You can see online kind of how much you're picking up. 32 million because I got the two super fortresses in there. So we'll pause it. We'll see what the damage was. Okay, let's pause our Pandora. Let's go back and let's see what our damage was. Alright. Okay, don't care about you, don't care about you, don't care about you. You is who we care about. We don't repair these two guys. So we're looking at 500 and something K for 3 hours of damage. That's, I think, okay. What time is it? 9 o'clock, so I will probably actually not hit it again. So what I'll probably do is actually go out and hit again and burn up some of these ships and then combine them into something so that they're all repairing while I'm sleeping. Did I use that? I must have used it earlier. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. I hope y'all have a good night. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.